Hello guys and welcome. So today I wanted to speak about something that was kind of going on in my head all day. So this video wasn't really planned, it's not scripted, so hopefully I can help some of you out there. If you find this relatable, please let me know in the comments down below. Just keep in mind these are my own personal opinions and this is what I personally think. If you disagree, you have the full opportunity to go ahead and let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, but I do not mean to make anybody feel bad, and I do not mean to sort of say that, you know, your way of thinking is incorrect. I just want to share my way of thinking, right? So if you are someone who has recently gone through a breakup, or you have recently started talking to somebody and they haven't really been responding, they're flaky, maybe someone has, you know, a couple of different options, or they're dating around and are making you feel like you're just another one of those options, and they haven't completely decided if they want to pursue you or not, or pursue any type of relationship with you or not, then I think the biggest thing to keep in mind is not to wait around, right? And I know this sounds super simple, and you know, just even me saying it is very easy, but actually implementing it is very hard, because when your feelings are involved, you don't really think straight, right? You don't think clear-headedly. Does that even make sense? Probably not. But you know, your way of thinking is very different, and it's almost like your human nature takes over, and you almost want the one thing that you cannot have, because it makes you feel like you're less than, right? Because it makes you feel like, well, what was wrong with me? Why do you not want this with me, right? Or why do you not want me? And it takes away a lot of your personal power and a lot of your self-esteem. And you know, many times what happens is that when you go through some sort of rejection, a lot of people go ahead and search on how to deal with it online. And this is something that I went through personally myself several years ago. Is when I did that, I got lots and lots of search results about, you know, the no contact rule and how to win them back, or how to, you know, make them miss you, and all those random videos and blogs and sites. And I'm sure there's nothing wrong with those, like, you know, those people mean well, but I think that is not what I needed at that time. At that time, what I needed was somebody to tell me, don't wait around. Like, nothing, no one is worth waiting around for, right? And I don't mean that in a negative way. The person you might be dealing with might actually be a nice individual, right? But they are not at the same wavelength that you are. Maybe they have other things going on in their life. Maybe they have other set of priorities. All you have to think about is the fact that you are not a priority at that point, right? You are something they cannot focus on, and don't take that personally. That's their issue. What you have to do is take your energy away from this situation and start focusing on yourself, and start working on your self-esteem, and start working on getting your life on track, right? And if romance is what you want, if this significant other is what you want, then you will have to look elsewhere. Just keep that in mind. And I know, like, you know, sometimes you have a really, really deep connection. I get that, you know. Sometimes you almost feel drawn to the person, and it happens. But anytime a situation like that happens and the other person seems to be walking away, or the other person doesn't want to put their own energy in, what happens is that they are somehow feeding off of your energy. Somehow they know you're around. They know you'll always be there. They know they have this option, this backup, right? And do you honestly want to put yourself in that position? Like, do you want to be someone's backup? No, I'm sure not, right? No one wants to be that, right? You want to be their one and only, that you want to be that number one person in their life. But when they know that you will always be around, they are almost taking away your power, right? And they're feeding off of it. And they might not even know that they're doing this, right? Their intention is not to do this, but they're just so high off of this energy that you keep on giving to them, right? The more you think about them, the more you read about how to get them back, the more you try to pursue them and chase them, that is you putting your personal energy, your personal power into this other person. And what are they going to do with all this energy? They're going to take it, right? Because it's fueling them and it's making them feel better. So you need to take that back and you need to focus it on yourself. And again, this is not an easy thing to do. It is very hard, but it's something that you have to do, right? I'll try to list some of my favorite books and such in the description below, which if you want, you can go ahead and check out. But I just wanted to make this video because I feel like a lot of people would resonate, right? I made a lot of these videos this month, and a lot of the readings, there was so much indecision, right? Either the person that I was doing the reading for was indecisive, or the person they were dealing with were indecisive. So everybody was stuck in this odd limbo situation, right? And that is never good, because when you're in that situation, you're stuck, the energy is stagnant, you're not going anywhere. Think about it, like when you were younger, right, and your parents did certain things, you always sometimes wanted to do those things differently, right? And you always thought, hey, when I become an adult, I'm going to do this my way, because I only have one life and I should live it my way, and I don't want to put time and energy into things that my parents are telling me to do so, right? Or my parents are telling me to live a certain way or do certain things or study a certain subject, and you're like, no, I want to live my life. Well, when you're waiting around for somebody, it's almost like you are living for that person, right? You are completely stagnant and you're just waiting for this person to make a decision to be with you or not be with you, right? Yes, you might be, going to work, working on your career, studying, working out, hanging out with friends. That's great. But this one huge part of your life, which is your romantic, your relationship part of your life, it's stagnant, it's stuck, because you are waiting on this person, and that is never okay. Whether you're somebody who's asking someone to wait for you or you're doing the waiting yourself. The asking part is a whole different video, but this video is mainly for those of you who are waiting around. I personally do not like to give advice of waiting around. I say, take your energy, take your shit, and go work on yourself. Do the things that you always wanted to do. Like sit down, make a list of all the different things you always thought you wanted to do, right? And write down a game plan of how you can go about doing those, right? Baby steps. Like sometimes you want to do something that costs a lot of money, you might not have it, but you can think about it, baby steps, right? And see how you will go there and get that done. Like for me, something that I personally wanted to do was become a yoga teacher. And when I was in this particular spot, I couldn't afford that. That was a lot of money, but I started researching, I started practicing yoga at home, and slowly I started saving up bits and bits of money, and now I'm registered for that, right? So that took literally over a year for me to do. So it's not like I woke up one day and listen, I'm going through this shitty situation, I want to focus on myself, I want to take I want to learn yoga, I want to teach yoga, and I was able to do that next day. No. But what that decision helped me do was that it helped me to channel and focus my energy onto myself, onto something that I wanted to do for myself, and take it away from this toxic situation that I had going on, right? Again, the person I was dealing with was not evil, was not crazy, but they just were at a different point in their life where they couldn't offer me what I needed, right? And vice versa. I couldn't give them what they needed, right? They needed a friend, they needed a non-committal situation, whatever. That was not me. I couldn't offer that. I needed something serious and substantial, and that wasn't them, and they couldn't offer that to me. So it was my decision to get out, stay out, right? And when you start focusing on yourself after this, don't have it in the back of your mind that, hey, I'm going to focus on myself, I'm going to become this whole new wonderful person, a better version of myself, and that'll make them come back. Do not have that situation in your head, because again, when you have that in the back of your head, you are doing all this improvement, not for yourself, but for the other person, because you want them to come back. Okay, that should never be your motivation. Again, super hard to do, easy to say, hard to implement, but it is something that you have to do. And when you're doing it, don't be afraid to ask for help, right? Go ahead, if you need to vent a little bit and need to let it all out, go ahead and, internet's a big place, vent on a forum, talk to a friend, talk to somebody you trust, right? But let it out and make a decision for yourself to move on. Don't ever wait around for somebody, whether it's been for a long time or a short time. Sometimes we put a lot of time and energy, we invest so much in a relationship that we're this huge part of it, and then when that person says, hey, I'm not sure I love you anymore, I'm not sure I want to be with you anymore, firstly, it's a huge hit to your ego self, and it's a huge rejection, and you're super hurt. But you also at the back of your mind don't want to let go of a situation, because you're like, I gave so much to this, I shouldn't let it go, I can't let it go, right? But just remember, what's a couple of years to the rest of your life, right? When you put it in that broad spectrum, I don't know. And again, I'm just speaking from my personal experience. I'm not that old, so I haven't been into something that's decades long. So in that case, I do not mean to be ignorant. I'm very sorry if you're going through something difficult. But it's something I think that is necessary, and you can take support, but don't wait around. Try to do your best to live your life to the fullest for yourself, right? And when you do that, you will find the best match for you. It's not impossible to find somebody who's on the same wavelength that you are, but in order to do that, you need to get out of the situation where two people are not at an equal wavelength, not in an equal place in their life. So people mature at different ages, at different levels, right? People want different things in life. Some people prefer to have all their ducks in a row before they settle down, or before they look for something serious relationship wise, and some people like to go with the flow. So it all depends on what kind of person you are, and you want to find somebody who kind of matches that with you, right? And matches that lifestyle. I don't know why, I just completely felt drawn to make this video, because there was so much indecision, and do not stay stuck in that position. Do not let somebody do that to you. And a lot of the times what happens is that, it's not just the fact that, you are sad because you were rejected. The other person doing it is also sad, right? Because you had this connection, so it's not easy to let that go for somebody. So they might try to, maybe they don't mean to manipulate you, but they might try to say things like, hey, this is not the right time, but maybe down the future, let's remain friends. Maybe, once I get this thing in order, maybe once I take care of this situation, we can revisit the situation. And what that does, it plants a seed of hope in your mind. But remember, hope is not a freaking strategy, okay? So do not stay stuck in that hope. Do not take their word and keep it as a promise, because what they're saying to you is not a promise. It's a what if. It's, hey, you wait around for me, or you go ahead and stay friends with me, and what if in the future we can revisit this? What if in the future you're in a different place, I'm in a different place, and we are interested in each other again? What if in the future my shit doesn't work out and I would keep you around? You know what I mean? Don't let somebody do that to you. Again, I think I'm going to stop saying that it's super hard to do, because it's hard, but it's not impossible. You can do it. Mind over matter. And if you need support, go ahead and comment below. Randomly talk to me. I will be more than happy to comment back. If you have anything additional to add to this, please post it down below. I am truly hoping to help some people out there. Take responsibility for your own life and your own heart. Don't let other people be irresponsible with your heart, and don't be irresponsible with other people's hearts, because eventually karma will find its way back to you. Okay? So I'm just saying, get yourself out of this crappy situation if you're in. My heart goes out to you. Been there, done that. But I came out strong, and so can you. And everyone is here for you. The world is full of wonderful, amazing people. Okay, there's so much to do, there's so much to see. Remember that you have your whole life, and this one person doesn't define it. Okay, doesn't define it. Okay, this one person shouldn't be able to make you feel important, or make you feel down, or make you feel happy, or make you feel unhappy, or make you feel like you're not worth it. That is your responsibility, not theirs. your responsibility, because they are probably perfectly fine on their own. If the other person is making you feel bad for them, or if they're being overly nice about it, about asking you to wait around for them, or just be friends with them, or trying to, friend zone you or whatever, don't feel bad for them, because they're doing it from a place of guilt, okay? You can have sympathy. Just say that, hey, I'm sorry, I get it, this is hard for you, but it's hard for me as well. We need to separate right now, because we cannot give each other what we want. And you need to focus on yourself, I need to focus on myself, and it is what it is. And no contact means literally no contact. And I know it's hard to do, but try every day. Get up and try, okay? Come in, post a comment on this freaking video, I don't know, as a motivation for the day to stay away from all this crap, okay? Hopefully this resonated with you somehow. I do not want to keep on babbling on and make it long. I will have more videos coming up. It's just, simple life lessons that you learn the hard way, and it's good to share them so that people can sort of learn from them too. So let me know, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye for now.